Well, I suppose I'm going to have to get people to listen to this again, Gobby, because I do want to talk about something in particular before we get into anything to
Yes,
do with Series 8 tonight,
absolutely.
which
Crack on.
is, well, frankly, I want to give all of our listeners a big heads up and reality check.
Mm,
Because if you haven't done it yet, you need to pay attention to what's happening over at Disney.
yep.
Because I mean, well, we know that Disney's been losing money for quite some time. We know that Disney had a series of flops. We know that Disney's doing massive cuts. But
Yep.
now we have an extra situation in that the Writers Guild of America has gone out on strike.
Yeah.
But there's no such thing as a crisis that can't be turned into an opportunity.
Indeed.
And the movie studios are doing just that because the writers going on strike is giving them a massive excuse to get out of all the crapulous rubbish deals that they've made. Oh, hi, Sadako.
Nice.
In the past few years, Sadako. Quick recap. I'm just starting off tonight. I'm basically starting off with a warning that Doctor Who fans need to pay attention to what's started to happen at Disney. Because I'm just about to explain. You see, Willow was a film made in 1988 with oh gosh, what's the chap's name? He was in Nightmare in Silver.
Warwick Davis.
Warwick
Thank you.
Davis.
Warwick Davis, thank you. I went completely blank there. But Warwick Davis, of course, starred in Willow. He starred in a lot of these sort of films, from his beginnings as an Ewok in Return of the Jedi up until appearances in Harry Potter and so many franchises. Right, Warwick Davis, thank you, yes. So they brought him back. It was, making making a series, carrying on the movie. Okay, this
Yep.
only came out 5 months ago and was launched as a flagship Disney Plus property. Now, it flopped unbelievably badly because when your hero is only 3 foot at the start, emasculating him further is especially cruel.
It's not good, is it?
And Willow was only allowed to actually be Willow, i.e., the character people remember from the film, in the very last episode.
Yep.
And episodes 1 to 9 of the series were basically the stunning and brave LGBT discovery lesbian adventures of two brave girls
That's the one.
who did Willow down at every opportunity,
Oh,
all the
massively.
way along their journey. So, it's not surprising. But even amongst the target audience of people really mad about Willow, who really love Willow, this thing, it fell over harder than Ring of Power.
God, yeah, massively.
Now, the way that Disney set up their deals was especially asinine because it doesn't pay creatives for results.
Right.
It only pays them for the amount of content they put on the network. So if you
Right.
produce 2 hours of content, it doesn't matter if it's great content or terrible content, you get paid.
Yep.
Do you understand why Writers Guild in America has gone on strike?
Just slightly. Just slightly,
Right.
yeah.
Because this situation is completely unsustainable where Disney is losing, count them, $1,200 million a month.
Yes, they're hemorrhaging cash at the moment. Absolutely.
Well, I'm going to say that number again. I want everyone to get this number. $1,200 million a month. That is the current loss rate of Disney Plus. It's
Yep.
enormous.
It's massive.
It is
Wow.
just unbelievable how bad the streaming services, the situation they're in. The whole thing reminds me of video games.
Yeah.
Because when the Atari 2600 came out in the end of the 70s, for the first time you could play Space Invaders and Pac-Man at home, right? And it was a boom. But with the boom came a massive bust because there was no quality control and most of the games were terrible. As a
God, they were
result, the
awful.
bubble bust and the video game industry shrank to 10% of its previous size. Well, as you can see, the industry rebuilt itself. And as you can also see, it couldn't have carried on like that. People lost faith in it because the product was bad. Well, how is that dissimilar to Hollywood today?
Exactly.
Because what Disney has just done is shocking and should break anyone's illusions about Doctor Who being in any way brackets safe because it has a Disney Plus deal. Because what Disney has just done is, in order to get out of paying the residuals to the idiot creatives who made it, they have deleted Willow from their server completely. It no longer exists. You can no longer watch it. Therefore, they no longer have to pay for it.
Yep.
And the reason that this matters is because Disney's been losing so much money in the past year, their stock price has been taking a big hit. Now, Disney has committed to buy Hulu.
It has indeed.
And if Disney does not buy Hulu, it would massively signal weakness to the markets.
Yep.
So above all else, Disney must buy Hulu, or Disney's going to have a lot of problems with its long-term investors, right? But Disney could no longer buy Hulu in the same way it wanted to, using shares, because the shares have lost so much value, which means they've got to make it up with cash, which means they've got to write off as much crap as they can as a tax loss, and then Matt will give them the liquidity to buy Hulu.
Yeah.
And as a result, because it's hard business time, it doesn't matter how much LGBT pandering praise Willow got, it's gone.
It's gone.
In the same way that Warner Brothers completely ditched Batgirl.
Yeah.
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 And you know, those of an LGBTQ disposition are already very alarmed that this involves a big retreat. But the thing is this, there's a genuine social pushback now happening in the US.
Massive
pushback. It's big.
Yeah, it's massive. Absolutely massive.
Budweiser, Bud Light got savaged. Just a week ago, Target, which is a big range of retail stores in the United States,
they've been battered.
They put out products like transgender kids' clothes with tucking pouches and breast binders and badges that, no joke, this by the way, badges that say Satan uses they them.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff to sell to kids.
Madness.
Yeah, but they did it, and as a result, Target has just lost $9 billion in the past week.
Yep, the pushback is
LGBT has become toxic to a huge chunk of the American consumer market, and this is bad news because if it gets written off as LGBT, they just won't bloody watch it.
Nope, exactly.
And this is the shitstorm Doctor Who is now sailing right into.
Are you kidding me?
Russell T Davies.
Yeah.
No,
Sailing
I'm not
into.
you.
No, what I mean is sailing
kidding.
in. No, I know, but I'm saying sailing into. Go on Twitter, right?
Well, okay, fair enough.
Every single Doctor Who fan on Twitter, and I mean every single one, is either gay or trans. Every single one. Like, there's not a single. And like, they've just done a magazine.
Well, of the Whittaker era, certainly.
Yeah. They've just done a magazine that's, LGBTQ special. They've like cast a drag queen, and I'm pretty 100% sure that the next Doctor is gay. And Neil Patrick Harris said his Doctor's gay. So, I agree with.
There's two sides to this. The first side is that if Doctor Who is seen as LGBT, which it is going to be, it's immediately going to fail with a huge chunk of the target audience. The second is that no matter how well Doctor Who is performative for any ethics and diversity targets Disney may have, it will still get axed on a dime if it doesn't bring in confirmed numbers of extra subscribers to Disney Plus.
Yeah.
I
Well-
believe, but my warning to fandom tonight is that I believe we must prepare ourselves for the 1997 scenario. But the new version of the show will be a success in the UK, but will fail in the United States.
I don't think it'll be a big success in the UK, to be honest. I think that the whole thing.
Looking like that's the best we can hope for.
Yeah.
Because we don't have this boycott thing, but once Americans get on a boycott wagon, you have a hell of a job getting them off it. They like a good.
Oh,
They
God.
really take a boycott to heart. Oh, I love a boycott.